Tin Man and Scarecrow, and the Wizard of Oz. We've all been dancing down the real brick road of settled science, as they call it, the pretense of it, you see, in search of answers from the Emerald City, only to find that what we fully suspected all along, the wizard has been telling us fibs. But who exactly is a wizard, and where did this seeming madness all begin? So they go into some of it, and they mention Maurice Strong. He's one big player. This is the whole climate change business, and it is a business started with Mr. Strong, but it started with the Club of Rome too, who were given the task, this big think tank, given the task of finding a way that they could literally rule the people from their own excuses, basically, to do so. So they came up with the idea of climate change and how humanity was destroying the planet. That's what they claimed. So man was the enemy. So you'd need naturally experts to rule you see, because you couldn't rule yourselves. They said that would fit the bill, the words of those in Anyways, he's Maurice Strong, a self-confessed socialist. And you understand what he means by this. This is a multi-millionaire socialist. Because he was created and brought up the ladder to be a multi-millionaire socialist by the Royal Institute for International Affairs -- Council on Foreign Relations. He says was the man who put the United Nations into environmental business, being the shadowy figure behind the UN Secretaries General from Youthant to Kofi Annan. His reign of influence in world affairs lasted from 1962 to 2005. Strong has been variously called the international man of mystery, the new guy in your future, and a very dangerous ideologue. Made his fortune in the oil and energy business, running companies such as Petro-Canada Power Corporation. You'd be surprised how the Desmarais family, that is Power Corporation they call it, they churn out leaders. And they've churned out God knows how many Prime Ministers for Canada, for instance, and for corporations as well, CEOs. But anyway, it says Canada Power Corporation, Caltex Africa, Hydro Canada, the Colorado Lands and Cattle Company, Ajax Petroleum, Canadian Industrial Oil and Gas, to name just a few. But he was really a frontman for Rockefellers. They created him totally from the beginning. They picked him up as a kid and made him what he is. He's a frontman. So his private interests always seemed to be in conflict with his personal persona and his work on the world stage. Strong's extensive range of contracts within the power brokers of the world was exceptional. One admirer christened him the Michelangelo networking. He described himself as a socialist in ideology and a capitalist in methodology. You see, the idea, those who enrich themselves at the CFR and the Royal Institute for International Affairs at the top always fill their pockets. They believe that they're the world's natural rulers.
So we came, we saw, we died.
And when they're picked up, they're told that too, to give them a little bit more incentive to keep climbing the ladder in these private clubs. And socialism is the way of controlling the population through laws with panels of experts. Which is Sovietism, the meaning of rule by councils, folks, for those who don't know that. In 1972, he organised the Youth and First Earth Summit, the Stockholm Conference on the Human Environment, and it led to the formation of the UN Environment Programme with Maurice Strong as its head. Later, as the UNEP boss, he organised the first international expert group meetings on climate change. led to exotic UN-sponsored organizations such as the Earth Council and Earth Charter. And that was also drafted up by the Rockefellers and strong fronted for it. The World Resources Institute, the World Wildlife Fund, which is, again, the head at that time was Prince Philip, and later the Commission for World Governance. And the United Nations University for Peace. Remember, the old communist adage was to this real socialism idea, the test bed for all. And believe me, the heads of the Soviet system filled their pockets too, by the way, if you think it's a different, separate organization. And they said that for them, peace was the end of all opposition. That's how they defined peace.